like in the future, all women are going to be, you know, psychotic badasses. Hey guys, this is going to be the review of Riddick. Watched it last night, brought my wife along. You know, we both liked the Chronicles of Riddick, the original ones, with, you know, Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick. We were both big fans of those movies, so we had some high hopes for this one, and you know, I definitely tried to curb those because I don't want to let my, you know, enthusiasm, my expectations ruin a movie. Uh, Too bad that I didn't need those to ruin this movie. I did not need anything to ruin this movie. It did it on its own, all by itself. Just ruined the image of Riddick that I had instilled in my mind. I'm gonna actually watch Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick again to wash out Riddick. I got to get that out of my head. It was just so convoluted with story elements, and it just didn't have a voice of its own. I felt like in the entire movie I was watching separate movies, and it wasn't uniform. It wasn't behind a specific theme. It was just like, let's make a bunch of short movies in the Riddick universe, but then we'll link it together and make it a movie. That's kind of how it felt like I was getting from the movie. And there were just these I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. There are no spoilers, but there was just these moments where they were just like, what is this doing in a Riddick movie? Like, this isn't Riddick anymore. Like, they completely changed it and completely changed the formula. But there were just moments in the video where I was sitting back in the movie theater chair, watching what was happening, what was transpiring in front of me, and just wondering, how is this relating to a story? Like, what's going on? And it actually kind of felt like a student film project. Like they were adding ideas and concepts to help pull you in a certain way, but there was no uniformity to it. It just kind of went all over the place. And I just couldn't take it anymore. At one point in the movie, I checked out, and it was kind of late, so I think I might have actually fallen asleep a little bit, which I never do in movies. I never fall asleep in movies if I go to a theater, because I just paid money for that thing. So I'm gonna watch it, no matter how bad it is. That's my thinking. I'm gonna watch it because I put my money into it. But this movie, I checked out mentally so much. I think I might have actually fallen asleep and missed something. And you know, that could have been the one thing that actually like completed the movie. I bet that's probably what it was. But I'm not really sure about that, and I don't think it is. I don't think there's not enough editing, patching, duct taping, whatever you want to call it, to make that movie a complete movie as far as ideas go and as far as the story concept went. I kind of feel like they could have just done the movie in like I don't know, maybe an hour, you know, and cut out the other hour of footage, and then we would have our movie. If they would have done it that way, it'd have been like, that's a Riddick movie. But to talk about the good things, though, you know, there were some moments that I thought were really cool because they were kind of funny, kind of touched on some lighter elements that the other Riddick movies didn't have. So those were good and bad because it kind of made me think this wasn't a Riddick movie, and then it kind of made me think it kind of was. But then I don't know really where I feel on that. And whenever you see it, I think you're going to be stuck in the same. But also, you know, action sequences, always awesome. Riddick movies are, you know, they always have like really cool action sequences. And I think that's really what the director really focuses on, is getting those action movies in there, getting those action scenes, and, you know, making them like as cool as possible. And there are definitely some moments that were really cool in that movie as far as action scenes go. Those were definitely good to have. It helps make the movie bearable as you know, bearable as sandpaper on your eyeballs would be. It's about that bearable. But there are also some of the other characters were interesting characters. Some of them I didn't really like because I saw them as like, okay, this character is just totally pointless. Like they just kind of threw this in there so that there's no like discrimination lawsuit or something. Like I didn't really understand why the female character was in the movie. I can handle, you know, the tough girl thing, and in some cases it's actually really cool. In this movie, not so much. I don't know if it's the actor, and I don't want to say it was her because I've seen her in other things and she does a good job. So I don't want to say it was her. Overall, I just have to say, if you want to see this movie, wait for the red box, or you know, wait for you to rent it or get it on pay per view. Don't. As much as it pains me to say, don't watch a Riddick movie in theaters. I have to say, don't watch this movie. It's a waste of time. You will not enjoy it. You'll prefer watching something else, some other action movie. And if you desperately need to watch some Riddick, you gotta get the first two. You gotta get Pitch Black, and you gotta get Chronicles of Riddick, and then, you know, that's just what you gotta do. But if you check out the description below, I do actually have a link that goes to the Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick combo pack that you can purchase from Amazon. Provided that link for you guys. If you haven't ever seen those, go ahead, and I would suggest buying it and taking a look at what the Riddick universe is about, because those movies definitely kind of showcase that Riddick in the light that I think it's supposed to be in, and it really has that kind of sci-fi coolness about it without being all over the place and not really having a clear idea as far as a movie goes. So that's what I would suggest. As far as this movie goes, it's a no. Stay away. Just stay away from it. Like, shun it. If you see it in the theaters, just avert your eyes. Cover your kids' eyes if you have kids. Don't let them see anything about Riddick. And try to, if you've seen the original ones, just instill that symbol in your heart and keep it, because this movie will destroy it for you. And it's bad. It's so bad.